Hello and welcome to practice today. So a few things before we get started. For props, we're gonna grab a block. If you don't have a block, grab a little trash can or something of the sort. Similar shape that will stay upright. And then also grab a towel, and with your towel, go ahead and roll it up. We'll use this at the end of our practice. Today we'll be exploring heart openers. So if you're watching this when it's released, we're amidst our pandemic times and have been bound to our houses and social distancing, and it's a very unknown, uncertain time, and this can cause us to close off. There's a lot of fear, rightfully so, that is circulating, and with our fear, we want to block our hearts, the place where we can be most vulnerable. And so I'm going to encourage you, as we're physically closed off, that we don't close our hearts to each other, because right now that is truly what we need. Not only to get through this, but to grow from this. So we'll be doing some heart openers, and one little modification I'm going to offer as we're doing heart openers, and I want to tell you it now, so while you're practicing, you're not trying to figure out the modification. So we'll be doing interlaced fingers quite a bit in the practice. So when we take this, we want to squeeze our shoulder blades together so that we're opening across our chest. We want to keep our elbows soft, and maybe you bring your palms together if you can keep your elbows soft. If this feels very intense for you, especially when we move into some type of forward fold, I want you to take your palms, place them on your hips, fingers facing forward. So fingers facing the way you're looking. Then from here, you're going to draw your elbows back just as much as it's comfortable. I know often we give this as a variation for the clasped fingers, but we can still tend to roll our shoulders forward when we take opposite palm to elbow. So try today, as your modification if you're taking it, hands on your hips, fingers facing forward, and think elbows back, shoulder blades squeeze together. So really opening across our chest. So just take this with you if you're taking the variation, and also think about shoulder blades squeezing if you are taking interlaced fingers. Great. So once you grab your props, if you haven't already, just come meet me back on your mat. If it's okay, let's find a seated position, knees together, sitting on your heels. If that's uncomfortable, you can always take legs crossed or any comfortable seated position. Then close your eyes. Palms can face down for some grounding or stability, or palms facing up, so taking the energy around you. And we'll just take 3 deep inhales through our nose and big open mouth exhales to let go of anything we're holding on to in our bodies and our mind. So deep inhale, fill all the way up. And big exhale, let it go. Then taking in and giving back. Full expansion and complete release. And just taking a few breaths, breathing just through your nose if that feels okay. Sealing your lips and finding this steadiness, this ease through your inhales and exhales. Maybe finding a little more length as you breathe out to begin settling a racing heart or a busy mind. everything outside of this time, this practice for you to simply melt away. And one more breath cycle, and slowing down your exhale to ease yourself into the space, into your body, and into your practice. On your next inhale, you'll reach your arms to the sky overhead. As you breathe out, bring your elbows by your side, palms face up. So elbows are bent, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Then inhale, reach for the sky. As you exhale, elbows come by your side, bent, palms face up, squeeze your shoulder blades together, broad chest. One more time, inhale, reach high. And as you breathe out, elbows by your side, squeezing together, broad chest. And this time, inhale, reach for the sky. As you exhale, palms face down, interlace your fingers behind your back. Then breathe in, open your heart. As you breathe out, draw your lower ribs and feel your core engaged. Good, one more inhale. Then as you exhale, softening your elbows to release your hands. Again, inhale, reach for the sky. As you exhale, palms face down, fingers interlace, switching your pinkies the way that might feel funny. Inhale, squeeze your shoulder blades, chest lifts, heart opens. As you exhale, lower ribs draw in, feel your core supporting you. Another inhale. And as you breathe out, softening your elbows, releasing the clasp of your hand. From here, bring your palms to your knees. Breathe in to lift your chest, arch your back. As you breathe out, arms will slide forward, rounding through your spine. So imagine we're just exploring some cat-cows seated here. Inhale, chest and heart opens, finding this arch through your back. Then exhale, rounding through your spine, so fingertips reach forward, tailbone towards your knees. One more time, inhale, chest lifts, heart opens. And as you exhale, tilting your pelvis, releasing your head, finding this C through your spine. And then inhale, coming back to center. As you exhale, release your hands to the floor, taking a child's pose. Know that you can always come to your child's pose at any time in the practice if you need a breath, need a moment. And whenever you're ready, spread your fingers wide. Bring your palms to shoulders width or wider. Draw your shoulders into your back. Feel them plugged in. And then you can find your down dog. So inhale, toes will tuck. As you exhale, hips lift to the sky, finding your down dog. From here, take a few pedalings of your feet to wake up the back of your legs, your hamstrings. Now think about your triceps, your outer arms rotating down towards your mat. Shift your weight to where your fingers meet your palms. So find a little lightness in your wrists. And then also don't worry about your heels touching the floor or your legs being completely straight. I just want you to explore length in your spine, so wherever that is for you today. And then whenever you're exploring, come back to your down dog, a little bit of stillness. And walk your hands to your feet at the back of your mat. Releasing your heels as you get there, but giving your knees a good bend. Take a moment to hang heavy. On your next inhale, we'll come up to chair pose. So hips back, knees bend, chest lifts, bicep by your ears. Take a peek, make sure you can see your toes in front of your knees. And all four corners of your feet rooted into the mat. On your next inhale, reach for the sky up to stand. As you exhale, interlace your fingers behind your back. Breathe in, open your heart. As you breathe out, fold, keeping this interlacing of fingers. Again, the knees can have some bend to support your back. If you're taking the variation, palms on your hips, shoulders drawing together, elbows drawing back. Inhale, halfway lift, releasing the interlacing of your fingers or releasing your hands from your hips. Exhale, palms to the floor, walk forward to a high plank. Inhale, shoulders shift forward past your wrists. Exhale, knees to your mat, lower to your belly. Inhale, low cobra, heart shines through, push into the tops of your feet. Exhale, release, toes tucked. Inhale to plank or knees to plank. Exhale, back to down dog. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale, left knee to left elbow in a high plank to hover. Start firing your lower abs to support you. Pause here for an extra breath. Then breathe in. As you breathe out, back to three-legged dog, left leg high. Then exhale, left knee to right elbow across your body. Pause here. Extra breath. Belly lifts to support you. Next, exhale, three-legged dog, left leg high. And then from here, breathe in. As you breathe out, step through for low lunge. Keep your back knee lifted. Root into your front foot. Then find airplane arms. So hands will lift by your side. From here, pinkies in, thumbs out. Belly lifts off your front thigh. And rotate your palms to face away. Think about triceps, your arms drawing together. Shoulder blades squeeze. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, fingertips release, back knee releases. And inhale, chest lifts through, just one breath. And exhale, palms to your mat, step back and lower to your belly. Inhale, low cobra. Exhale, back to your down dog. Hands walk to your feet at the back of your mat. Take another little forward fold hang, maybe a few swings side to side. Back to center. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. And the further you sit back, think about chest lifting, lower ribs draw in. So don't worry about how far back you sit. Just making sure you can see your toes. Next, inhale all the way up to stand. Exhale, interlace your fingers behind your back. Switch your pinkies the funny way. Breathe in, open your heart. As you breathe out, taking a fold. If you're taking the arm variation, if this is intense, palms on your side, elbows draw together, shoulder blades squeeze, so we still open our chest and heart. Inhale, halfway lift, releasing your interlacing or palms to your mat. Walk forward to high plank. Inhale, shoulders shift forward. Exhale to your belly or knees to your belly. Inhale, low cobra. Exhale to down dog. Inhale, right leg to the sky. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Pause in this high plank, one full breath. Breathe in and out. Then another inhale. Then exhale, three-legged dog. Next exhale, right knee to left elbow across your body. Pause for a full breath. Exhale back to three-legged dog. Breathe in. As you breathe out, right foot steps through for low lunge. Back knee stays lifted. Feel the roots in your front foot. Then find your airplane arms. So arms by your side. Start pinkies towards your hips, thumbs away from your body. Feel stability through your back heel and pushing through your front foot. Now thumbs will rotate towards the sky, so away and up, then shoulder blade squeeze, belly towards your spine. Next, exhale, fingertips to the floor, back knee releases, lift your chest, just one breath, breathe in. And as you breathe out, right foot steps back, and from here, take your choice of flow. So you can lower halfway chaturanga, you can lower knees to your belly. Inhale through an up dog or low cobra, and we'll meet back in down dog. Take a deep inhale. And as you breathe out, knees bend, heels lift. You can step, hop, float, walk, front of your mat. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Breathe out. Inhale all the way up to stand, reach high. Exhale, fold through. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, right foot steps back, crescent lunge, ball of your back foot, back knees lifted. Inhale up to crescent. Exhale, airplane arms, palms by your side facing down. Inhale up to crescent. Exhale, airplane. Breathe in, biceps by your ears, fingertips high. Last time to airplane. Inhale, biceps by your ears. Exhale, hands to your mat, step back and take your choice of flow or transition. You can always stay in high plank. If a chaturanga is not in your practice, take a child's pose. We'll meet back in down dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, step through for crescent. Inhale, up to crescent. Exhale, airplane arms. Inhale, shift weight forward, then exhale, find your warrior three, lifting your back leg. We're getting right into the balance. Find your right hip even with your left, lifted leg just as engaged as standing. Good, one more inhale. And as you exhale, fingertips to the floor, bring your right foot just behind your left foot. From there, shift weight into your right heel. Keep your left leg straight. Hips are gonna shift back. Feel a little bit waking up behind your left leg. Weight shifts back into your left foot, step your right foot forward. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Breathe out. Inhale, reach for the sky. Exhale, fold through. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, left foot steps back, crescent. Inhale, up to crescent. Exhale, airplane arms, palms face down, shoulder blades squeeze. Inhale, up to crescent. Exhale, airplane. Breathe in, chest lifts, arms lift. As you breathe out, airplane. Inhale, biceps by your ears. Exhale, hands to your mat, step back and take your choice of flow or transition. Always an option to skip it. Take an extra breath if you need. We'll meet back in down dog. Inhale, right leg to the sky. Exhale, step through for crescent. Inhale, up to crescent. Exhale, airplane arms. Inhale, weight shifts forward. Exhale, warrior three, lifting your left leg. You can take your block or trash can here as well. Each side will be different, and whatever arm variation helps you balance. Next, exhale, fingertips to the ground. Left foot steps right behind your right. Then shift weight into your left heel. Keep your right leg straight. Now imagine just slightly drawing your right hip back.
weight shifts into your front foot. Step your left foot to meet your right. Inhale, Utkatasana.
Breathe out. Inhale, reach for the sky. Exhale, fold through.
Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands. Right foot steps back, warrior two. Drop your back heel.
Inhale, up to warrior two. Take a moment setting your alignment.
So front heel with your back heel.
Or center of your back foot. Chest opens to the right side. Arms stay engaged. Don't let them go to sleep. And then front knee is edging towards your pinky toe. So you're feeling this opening through your left hip. Next, inhale, legs straight, feet parallel, arms to the sky. We'll go heels slightly out from your toes. On your exhale, interlace your fingers behind your back or take your palms to your hips, elbows back. Breathe in to lift and open your heart. As you breathe out, taking a wide-legged fold, taking Prasarita.
If you have interlaced fingers, think about the weight drawing your wrist maybe to the space just in front of your head, keeping your shoulder blades engaged. And then think about your wrists or your shoulders moving away from the ground. Give your neck a good space to just hang. And just shift a little weight to the front of your feet, inner thighs stay engaged.
Next, inhale brings you all the way back up. Then as you exhale, taking warrior two to the front of your mat, left toes shift forward. Keep the bend in your front knee. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Left elbow, left thigh, right bicep by your ear. Feel the strength in your legs supporting you. So our elbow could maybe lift off of our thigh. We're making sure we're not placing our weight there. Inhale, reverse your warrior. And exhale, hands windmill to your mat. Step back and take your choice of flow. Meet you in down dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, step through for warrior one. Left foot steps through. Right heel releases to the ground. Right toes to the upper right corner of your mat. Inhale, up to warrior one. From here, find this rotation in your hips. Right hip forward, left hip back. I'm not going to do this round.
And bottom of your next exhale, lift your heels, bend your knees, gaze forward, step, hop, float, walk, front of your mat.
Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Next, inhale, up to stand. Exhale, fold through. Breathe in, halfway lift. As you breathe out, plant your hands, left foot steps back, warrior two, drop your back heel, left toes to the left side of your mat. Inhale up to warrior two. Taking a moment to find your alignment. So maybe giving yourself a little length in your stance. Taking a peek at your front knee, keeping it in line with your center toe. Chest opening to the left side. And finding your shoulders over your hips. So we don't want to be warrior on the move going forward, right? Finding your shoulders over your hips. Next, inhale, legs straight, feet parallel. So heels slightly out from your toes. Exhale, interlace your fingers behind your back or palms to your hips. Inhale, lift your chest, shoulder blades squeeze. Exhale, exhale, taking prasarita, wide-legged forward fold.
Draw your shoulders away from your ears, give your neck some room. And then inner thighs draw tight towards each other, keeping your legs engaged as you fold. Firming through your feet for support. Inhale brings you all the way up. And on your exhale, you're going to take warrior two to the front of your mat. Front knee stays bent. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Reach forward as far as you can. Right elbow, right thigh. Left bicep by your ear. And then take a peek at your front knee. Feel your back edge of your left foot firm into your mat. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, hands will melt to your mat. Step back, take your flow, skip your flow, your choice. Bottom of your next exhale, travel to the front. Inhale, Utkatasana. Breathe out. Inhale, reach for the sky up to stand. Exhale, dive through. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breathe out, step back. Right foot, warrior two. Inhale, up to warrior two. Inhale, front leg straighten, exploring your Trikonasana triangle. Left fingers reach forward, and left hand to your shin, to a block. Just staying off of your joints, so also making sure you have a softness behind your front knee, so front quad stays engaged. Gaze can be wherever is comfortable. Find a little squeezing of your right hip for some extra length. And next, inhale, bend into your front knee, finding your Ardha Chandrasana half moon. Back foot hops forward, block out to the left of your front foot, right leg will lift. And from here, right toes stay flexed. They're gonna point to the right side of your mat. I like to place my right hand on my hip to feel this opening, and then from there I can extend my fingers, or my arm. And one more inhale, and exhale, right foot steps back for warrior two. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, hands windmill to the floor. Step back, take a flow, skip a flow. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale, step through warrior one. Drop your back heel, right toes point to the upper right corner of your mat. Inhale, up to warrior one. Exhale, interlace your fingers behind your back or take hands to your hips. Breathe into the lift and open your heart. As you breathe out, taking humble warrior, chest lowers. Now really find the firmness through your feet supporting you. Left hip drawing in, left knee into your left shoulder. Let your head hang. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, warrior three, shifting weight into your front foot, back leg lifts. You can always release these hands if it doesn't feel good. Take your arm variation. And next, inhale, chest lifts, right knee draws through. Staying balanced, bring your right heel to your right booty. We're gonna take dancer's pose. So grabbing your right foot, left fingers to the sky. Inner thighs draw towards each other. Then begin to push your right foot into your right hand towards the wall behind you or the back of your mat. And I don't have a lot of room here.
Other side. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, fold through. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, left foot steps back, warrior two. Drop your back heel. Inhale, up to warrior two. Breathe out. Inhale, front leg straightens. Exhale, triangle, reach forward. And right hand to your block, left fingers to the sky. You can also take right hand to your shin. Let's just make sure we're being kind to our front knee. Keeping your front quad engaged. And finding your left ribs pinching towards your left hip. Now, moving into our balancing pose, you can always stay here if you'd like. Bend into your front knee, back foot hops forward, block will come out to the right of your front foot. That'll give you a little more stability. Again, I like to bring my left hand to my left hip so I can kind of open my hip up. Keep your left foot flexed. Each side will be different, so release expectations. Lifted leg just as engaged as standing leg. If it's in your practice, left arm might extend back towards the ceiling. One more inhale. And as you breathe out, left foot steps back. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, hands windmill to your mat. Take a flow, take your choice. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, step through for warrior one. Back heel releases, left toes point to the upper left corner of your mat. As you breathe in, come up to warrior one. As you breathe out, interlacing your fingers behind your back, switching your pinkies the funny way, or taking hands to your hips if that's your variation. Breathe in to lift and open your heart. Then as you breathe out, taking humble warrior, chest lowering to the inside of your front leg. Then draw your right hip in towards your midline, right knee in towards your right shoulder. If it feels okay, letting your head hang. Maybe draw your shoulders or wrists towards the ceiling. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, warrior three. So balancing on your right leg. You can keep your interlacing of your fingers or take your arm variation. Inhale up to standing one-legged Tadasana. Left knee draws through. And left heel to your booty. Taking dancer's pose. So grabbing your left foot from the inside or out. Right fingers extend towards the ceiling. Begin to kick your left foot against your left hand. Use the energy of your foot pushing back to lower your chest. So it's kind of this like equal force in each direction. And when you're ready to come out of it, lifting your chest, releasing your foot, shake it all out. Now your next inhale, reach for the sky. As you exhale, fold through. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, right foot steps back. From here, release your back knee, untuck your toes, and heel toe your left foot outside of your left hand. You're gonna want your left toes to point slightly to the left. We're just gonna stay up on our palms here. Now take a variation. You can either use your block on your right hand or your trash can. You're gonna bring your right heel to your right booty. Left hand will grab your right foot. So we're doing opposites here. Now to get a little more opening in your chest and shoulder, begin to kick your right foot back and draw your left shoulder forward. Take it a little more through the front of your right quad or the front of your back leg. You can pull your heel toward your glute. Then releasing your right foot, left hand to the ground. From there, heel toe your left foot back inside. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, step to the front of your mat. Take a little hang, maybe interlace your fingers behind your base of your skull and letting gravity find a little more space through your spine. If you're taking it interlacing, switch your fingers. Give a few little sways or resting your belly on your thighs. Then releasing your hands, breathe in to lift halfway. As you breathe out, plant your hands, left foot steps back for a little lunge. Release your back knee, untuck your toes. Heel toe your right foot to the outside of your right hand. And let's go ahead and take right toes slightly out from your heel. Again, taking our opposite. So left hand can go on a block, or it can go on your trash can. Right hand will reach back. Left heel comes towards your booty. If this isn't in your practice, that's okay, right? We have the option here to stay on both palms. Once you grab your right foot, your choice. If you want a little opening in your chest and shoulder, kicking your right foot back, drawing your right shoulder forward. If you want a little more through the front of your left leg, drawing your left heel towards your glute. I'm going to do a little bit of both. And then releasing your left foot, we're going to just take a few breaths just on our palms. And from there, you're going to sink a little more into your hips, but make sure to draw your belly in, supporting your back. Heel toe your right foot to the inside of your right hand, tuck your back toes, lift your back knee. From here, step back to plank, knees to your mat, hips to your heels, take a child's pose. Let's go ahead and take toes together, knees wide, let your belly drop through your thighs if that feels okay. And then maybe a few sways of your hips from side to side. Palms by your knees to support you up to seated. Hips off to one side. Swoop your legs around. We'll meet lying on our backs. Actually, before you lie down, grab your towel and roll it up. As you lie down, have it handy by your side so you don't have to sit back up. From here, right leg will cross over your left, both knees into your chest. Give your knees a little squeeze, a hug. You can stay here or take Gomukhasana legs. So walking your hands to your shins, ankles or feet, and bringing your feet wide of your hips. So we're looking wide and then in line with our knees. Otherwise, just staying with your knees in your chest. And releasing your feet, uncrossing your legs, and left leg crosses over your right, both knees into your chest. Give them a squeeze, a hug. You can stay here or take Gomukhasana legs. You're gonna walk your hands to your shins, ankles or feet, and then begin to bring your feet wider than your hips and as much in line with your knees as possible.
across your legs. Bring both knees into your side ribs. And then explore a happy baby. So grabbing the soles of your feet from the inside or out. If you can't reach your feet, that's okay. Grab the back of your thighs. You'll just work to have the soles of your feet towards the ceiling. From there, take a few rocks from side to side, maybe straighten one leg and the other. Just whatever feels good in your happy baby. Might bring the soles of your feet together. And when you're ready, releasing the soles of your feet to the floor, knees bent, grabbing your rolled up towel. We're gonna take a few breaths and one final heart opener, chest opener, and then you can remain here through Shavasana. So rolling to one side, you're gonna place this rolled up blanket along your spine. Now the main goal is for it to be between your shoulder blades. So depending on how long your towel is, you want it to travel up just to that bone where your neck starts, or just at the top of your shoulders and between your shoulder blades. And then from there, go ahead and let your palms face up, arms wide. If this feels intense on your head and you need a little support, you can, from here, maybe grab your block, or you can even move the towel up to support you. I'm gonna have to roll mine back up. Palms up. You can straighten your legs if that feels okay. And just take a few inhales and sighing exhales. Allowing yourself to fully relax, letting gravity do the opening. Now you can remain here in Shavasana. I'll do a guided Shavasana. Or if you want to wrap up your practice, go ahead and bend your knees, roll to one side off of your blanket to support yourself back up to seated. Namaste. If you're staying for Shavasana and it's uncomfortable, you can roll off and find a comfortable lying position. Otherwise, remaining where you are, using your next 3 exhales to allow your body to feel just a little heavier. Imagine your arms feeling heavy, just your arms sinking into the earth. You notice as your arms feel heavier, your shoulders begin to relax. Anything you're holding in your shoulders starts to melt away. All of this guarding and holding we do across our chest begins to open. Just noticing any reaction in your body to letting go. Noticing if you're not allowing yourself to fully release. And just noticing where this holding is happening and using a natural exhale
not fully releasing, but just softening the grasp. Knowing that as you begin to soften, you start to create the space for this golden light to shine from your heart. Imagine this warmth in the center of your chest. Imagine it illuminating this light illuminating so much. There's rays shining all around you, originating from your heart center. Whatever worries or stresses you're having, begin to soften and dissolve with this shining light from your heart. To deepen your breathing. Continuing to allow your heart to shine through, taking this with you as you bring awareness back to your body and breath. Finding movement in your fingers, toes, legs. Bending both knees if they aren't already. Roll to one side or reach arms overhead and roll to one side. And as you roll to the side, notice that you physically begin to close off your heart. But see if you can imagine this physical gesture as simply just a nurturing. That your heart continues to shine through, and your arms are nurturing and embracing the light of your heart center. And gently supporting yourself up to a comfortable seated position. Hands together at heart center. Take one last deep inhale through our nose and big open mouth exhale together. Deep inhale, fill all the way up. And big exhale, sending this light out to the world. May your body be strong, your mind open, and your heart always, always full. Namaste.